got 3 sets of these different clamps. There's a basic set, there's which I've classed as a deluxe set, and there's also like just a little twist set. So I'll show you the difference with them. So with the basic set, literally, it's why it's called basic. It's literally just kind of 2 pieces of wood with a wing nut. This is when you apply pressure, it just clamps the wood down. And these are really good for where you've got an opening that you've got to come through. When I was doing the first bottom planks around the bow, I could push these through, and then when they kind of came through the other side, I could then put on the front plate and then clamp that down. And these work really good. So as I'm working up this this gunwale, this way I can just push it through that opening, and then I can bring on the front plate, squeeze it down, and then you can clamp it down. People have said, oh, why don't you use pegs? And I have. I've been using pegs for 30 years. And the only thing I don't like about pegs is or a clamp is these spring clamps, is once you actually close them, and that's it. Sometimes you can't add any more pressure to this. And the good thing about my clamps, you can just keep turning it. As you can see, I'll put it on the top one. So as you can see, as I start to apply more pressure, you can see that plank just being squeezed in more. And that's what I really like. Okay, so I've got this next plank that's going to go in above that. So I'm just going to slip that into this behind this clamp. And then lock that off. And the good thing about that as well is that's now held in place. So when I started to form that around the hull, it's pretty much got that, so it can't go anywhere. So it just really does help you to form the curves without being held in position. So now I've got these clamps as well. These are like little twist clamps, very similar to the basic clamps, but they've got like a little threaded insert, so they can actually be twisted and locked into place. And the good thing I found about these as well is they actually use them as a little fidget spinner. And the good thing about these as well, these are good where you can, same again, you get an opening, you can push it through that half cut gun port, bring that around, and then you just get this front face, and you actually spin it on this time. You can actually spin it tight, and once it starts to bite, then you can just turn it as much as you want until it clamps it all down in place. And I've been using these clamps over the last couple of months. I'm really starting to find that I like these twist clamps the best. I'm using them the most. Okay, so I've got this last clamp. This is the Deluxe clamp, and these are like a self-closing clamp. So what I mean by self-closing, you can see as I turn the machine thread, the clamp actually closes in on itself. But the disadvantage to these is these are actually mechanically fitted, so this wing nut can't come off, so you have to kind of use it as a clamp from above. So you wouldn't be able to put it through the gun opening, because once you tighten that down and the plank's glued, then you wouldn't be able to get that back out. But I found these to be really good when I was actually building up the planking walls, because they're really quick. So you spin that down, and once you get to a place where you're quite happy, then you just start to turn that, and it will actually self-lock this time. And that's where I use them. But it's really good, and I do like these, and I have called them the Deluxe version just because they are self-closing, and you can once it's dry, then you just unlock them. But yeah, but I really do like them, and I do sell a lot of them. The only downside to them is you can't fit them through openings, because then you can't release it after you cannot get the clamp back out. Okay, so I just wanted to do this quick video. I can also use it as when people buy these clamps, I can actually use it as a link to show people exactly how to use them. Like I say, I've been using these clamps for about 3 months, and what I'm finding is that I'm actually using the basic and the twist clamps a lot more than I am the deluxe ones. Even though they are nice and they look the nicest and they probably engineer the nicest, I'm actually just finding I'm just still using the basic and the little twist clamps the most. So I hope you found that video useful. As I said, there is a link in the description for all these little mini clamps.